Hi, this is Jimmy Palmiotti, and you're listening to Teen Nerd Herd Podcast. And if you want to do it right, you collect what you like.
This is a DJ Abomination.
Welcome back to the Team Nerd Herd Podcast, where our best advice is if you want to do it right, collect what you like. You're joining us for that Mondo Mail Call show, y'all. You already know the drill. We invite guests on the community to join us on these plentiful mail calls. Could be toys, could be comics, could be art, could be cards. Who knows? But we have a special guest tonight, and I'm super excited, y'all. So let's go ahead and get this roll call going. We'll go ahead and introduce the guests, and we'll holler at the herd chat. So let's go and get to it. What's going on, Big Rob? What's going on in the neighborhood, brother? Talk to me.
Hey guys. Big Rob's Third Haven on Instagram, and just chilling. Hot Thursday evening here in San Diego, California, and ready for this mail call and our guest. And let's move it on to Hood Rat.
Yo, what's up, man? I'm Hood Rat. Your Hood Rat. We're all Hood Rats. Just chilling out here, man. Got a good surf this morning. Makes me happy, man. I'm gonna pass up to JR. What's up, bro?
What's up? Guess what? I can say asshole. I'm an asshole.
All right, good.
That makes me happy.
We just got fired by Google, bro. Thank you.
Good for you, JR. Good for you.
I actually just checked the rules.
He was
Anyways,
just like,
What's the rule say?
the rules say I can even say the F word.
ooh.
Really?
Yes.
Shit.
The
Okay.
thing is, you cannot say it like repeatedly.
Okay.
So we
all
can't
right.
say it like
Yeah, that
10
happened at Drunken
times.
Chat. Rob, somebody they said they cussed they said the F word like so many times and then they cut it. It was some
Yeah.
show.
we can
I
say like
remember.
1 or 2 times a show, but not repeatedly.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
saving
So
mine.
don't. You already threw it out there, so don't say.
Yeah.
Don't throw it out like it's going out of style.
I didn't say the actual word though.
I might have
Hey,
one
look,
in the
we just-
chamber.
Okay.
Thanks,
But-
anime.
Well, there you go. Anyways, I'm your resident, JR Rogue's Law. I'm very happy now, as you can tell. It is Friday for me, thank God. And I'm going to pass on over to Alonzo. How are you doing, Mr. Prissy Boy?
Oh, JR, you butthole. I am actually doing really well. Thanks for asking. I'm Alonzo, aka Comics and Pops, your comic book nerd and your pop culture fanatic, and I am looking forward to today's show.
JR's
what
more
about
like
you,
a fudge
Steve?
hole. JR's more like a fudge hole, bro.
Oh yeah.
Chocolate starfish. Get it right.
Muchas gracias,
And
guys.
hot dog water. Let's do this.
Let's do it. It's your boy
Let's do it
Steve,
before our guy leaves.
aka
Yeah.
_comics_collectibles, one troll scale collector, comic book lover, and chaser of all things nostalgic. Let's go ahead and introduce the guest, y'all. Y'all know him through Source Press, Source Point. Y'all know he has that parallel book, and I've read it. We reviewed it. It's awesome. He is also a member to this community. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce Jason Douglas, my man, 50 grand. Bring him in.
Hi guys.
What's
Good to
up,
see you.
Jason?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Listen, can we just start with this? I just really like the fact that we're keeping our powder dry on F-bombs, just in case we need them. It's a good strategy. Save it.
Yeah. I mean, Jason, you'll know when it's okay when I will give you this look.
Bro, I like that. I like the anime.
Okay, that's the signal right there. I
I'm
got
sure
it.
you have the
Yeah,
feels,
yeah.
Steve. Can you do that look again?
Somebody
Yeah,
take
I
a
got
picture of that. That needs to go out into the world.
I got hard.
It moved, guys. All right. Without further ado, we have our guest. We are going to go ahead and hit him on some rapid fire questions, but let me go ahead and holler at the herd group chat. Man, X11, bravo, comics. Greetings, my brother. Thank you for joining us tonight. We got Hood Rat in the building. He greeted. He is already here. I got my brother from another mother, Something Wong. Something white is going to happen. Moderator to the Team Nerd Herd and brethren. Oh, look who came in the house. HK, Wifey 420. Sheena's in the building. Hey, girl. Hey, what's cracking? Let's go ahead and get the anime etc. My anime brother. It's not a tumor. All right. You know, that's a horrible Arnold Schwarzenegger, guys.
Just a little bit.
I won't quit my day job, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm crip walking down this line right now. All right,
Crip walking.
my man Phil,
Phil.
Comics Talk Weekly, aka Spine Ticks Familia. What's going on? You got Sith Lordly everywhere and everywhere. Wasabi, it's hot.
Always.
It's hot in this Southern California weather.
It's
all
hot,
right,
bro.
let's see. Rage and Cajun. Rage and Cajun Comics.
That's
my
worse than
brother
us.
JD. We gotta get some pink soon, my brother. We're gonna get some pink soon.
I thought someone did get some pink.
Bro, oh, you already know. Brother Rudy, what's going on, my brother? And also the second moderator to Team Nerd Herd Familia. And man, we should have hit him with the opening, dude. We should have hit Uncle
I
Rudy
know
with that opening, dude.
I had to figure out what we could play or not. So now we're good. We can play it.
Oh, this thing
part of that
jumped on
opening,
me.
maybe we might not be able to play.
Yeah, copy 801, my brother. I just saw Eric the Phoenix rising from the ashes, inflamed. Azores Tiger is in the building. What's cracking, brother? Azores, what is cracking? Man, y'all got to check that opening he just dropped. My man's getting some little work done with the channel. The professor is coming to teach some lessons. What's going on, Lady Sith? We deep, knee deep in Disneyland. All right, here we go.
Steve, can you say that real quick?
Disneyland?
No. What Lady Sith just posted.
What did you? What? Where is it?
We deep.
We deep.
No.
We deep.
No. Which one? Which one?
The get into the chopper. Can you do that? Can you do that in your Schwarzenegger voice?
Get in the chopper. That's horrible.
No.
Bro, like Jason.
Do it as
look at
Keanu
Jason.
Reeves.
Now all of a sudden, Jason's all, I'm out, and then they just
Do it as Keanu Reeves now.
no. Whoa, Elizabeth Corpse. I'm sorry if I mess up your name. My bad, Elizabeth Corpus. I hope it's right. If not, I apologize. Much love. Thank you for joining us, Kid Collector Comics.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Repping hard. And dude, he's getting into that horror as well. Sparks, my man, Sparks Comics, Indie Brethren, what's going on? Man, we are just going down, and I think we are at our 20 chat.
But let's give a props to our DJs too, man. Abomination, Plainclothes D, man. Yeah. Always sends us with the jams. Man. And then again, man, I want to say what's up to the moderators, man. What's up? Santi, Rude, One, and something is right.
Oh, always. All right, man. Jason, are you ready for some rapid fire questions? I mean, this is how we started.
Let's do it. Even if I'm not, let's do it.
All right.
Don't worry. There's no butthole questions, bro.
No. Let's not hit it with that, man. All right.
No starfish questions.
Yeah, none of that. We're going to hit you. Your boy Hip Hop's going to hit you with favorite hip hop artists of all time for yourself. Jason.
All time. I am going to say it's a tie between Beastie Boys and Public Enemy.
Nice.
We were talking 1989 before. Oh my God, dropping that lyric. 1989. It's in the Bad Boys 30 for 30 doc. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Dang. See, Jason, had I known that, I would have threw a promo up with the Beastie Boys in your honor. I apologize. It will not happen again. You will be back. And when you do come back, I'm going to throw that promo up in the air. And it's going to the Raptors, y'all. I was trying to get in my wrestling persona. I'm sorry. JR, hit him with it. My bad.
We all need something to wake us up in the morning. Something to drink. What's your drink choice?
Guys, I am the most boring human when it comes to consumption of liquids on the planet. I have not had anything except for water since November 7th, 2009, when I quit caffeine, when I quit carbonation, when I quit Diet Pop, cold turkey. I was a Diet Pepsi fiend. We're talking about mainlining. We're talking about walking around my classroom, chugging a 2-liter, teaching fourth graders how to do long division. And coming home from a Bob Dylan concert in Grand Rapids, Michigan with my dad, about 11:30 at night, chugged one last 20-ouncer of Diet Cherry Pepsi, cold turkey ever since. Couple of weeks of the shakes, but I haven't had caffeine or anything besides water since. Terrible answer.
Wow.
It's inspiring, I'll tell you that. I couldn't give up my caffeine.
Oh no. Like there's a bunch of things that I don't do, but it's all wiped away because of the crap I put in my body food-wise. So I'm still going to die early. It's still happening.
All right, man. I'm gonna keep it to the drink style, man. You walk into Starbucks. What do you ask the barista for?
I am getting, again, no caffeine for me. So I am getting cake pops for my kids, and I'm getting this thing called, oh my God, what is my youngest daughter like? Something. It's just like milk with whipped cream in it, and it's heated up. Again, very boring.
Yeah, it's a steamer.
Oh well, I mean that's the thing, right? So like,
really, you pay for a
most common gift card from students to teachers is a Starbucks gift card, and I never get to use it. I just have to give it to my wife and kids, and they get desserts and coffees and milk.
People pay for hot milk and whipped cream.
They put cinnamon. They put cinnamon in
it too, bro.
It's good, bro.
Man.
I know about it, bro. I'm in the know.
You pay for that? Oh, okay. But Jason ain't paying for it, bro. He's using those gift cards.
Yeah, I'm using my gift cards.
He ain't paying for it, bro.
Well, you gotta remember, we also live in
milk, bro.
Hey, man.
We live in California. We pay for stupid shit.
I mean,
we do all the time.
If I want to buy, I mean, it's my prerogative. Let me live, y'all.
Bro, I'm gonna go to Starbucks. I'm just gonna be the hood rap. I'm gonna start Starbucks. I'm gonna go, yo, man, can I get some hot milk with whipped cream on it? They're gonna look at me like, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh. No, there you go. That's a Steve special.
Yo,
Alonzo hit him with it.
All right. If you could be any DC character besides Superman or Batman, who would it be and why?
I'm gonna say Ralph Dibny. I'm gonna go deep cut there because I do like, or Detective Chimp. I like the detective angle, right? So I was gonna go Batman because that was my first love. But if we got to stick with the detectives, let's go Ralph Dibny, who's elongated man, or Detective Chimp, because why the hell not?
Nice, I like that. That is a great answer.
He's a detective, for God's sakes. He's gonna.
I know.
Yeah, he gets to wear. He's got the hat. He's got the Sherlock Holmes hat. Let's go.
Right on. All right, Big Rob, what do you got?
Well, nice to meet you, Jason. I say hi in the back room. I'd love to see you on caffeine. That'd be fun.
Right. He just drank hot milk, bro. He's smart.
All right, you're a big Pistons fan, so who will you prefer, Isaiah or Joe?
I got to go with Zeke. Joe brought us the third championship in 2004 with his fame with the two phones. But it's Zeke as a little kid because that's kind of who brought me in, like in the early 80s. Definitely Isaiah. Because and he's such a jerk too. No. Like maybe the second most hated Piston behind around the rest of the league besides Bill Laimbeer, right?
Yeah.
I love Bill Laimbeer. I don't care what.
Oh, and the dude isn't aging. Have you seen Isaiah Thomas? Like in the last 20 years, he doesn't age.
Was it Black Don't Crack, right?
He looks great.
Well,
Joe's a little puffy these days. Isaiah still looks good.
Agreed.
Yeah, man. Pistons were dope, bro. I like how they used to give Scottie Pippen headaches.
Right.
Every playoff, bro. He's like, I got a migraine. I don't want to play. It's like because the Pistons would be whopping you up, bro. Dennis Rodman, bro, on the Pistons. Remember? How about Dennis Rodman? We all forget about Dennis Rodman. Man,
no.
Man, they were legit, bro.
Oh yeah, he came off the bench for his first few years, and then Mark Aguirre was like, "Look, you're better than me. Why don't you start over me?" Like made the call for Chuck Daly.
Yeah, man, Dennis Rodman was dope, bro.
And the microwave also.
Oh my God, he was my favorite. I made okay. Here's where my nerd fandom comes in. I made a Vinny the Microwave Johnson collage. Cutting pictures of him out of a magazine and made a collage to put a poster on my wall.
Wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro. You were no joke, bro. No joke, man. But did he pass the Gambit, man? Chat panel? Did he make it? You made it, bro.
Oh man, he made it safe.
Oh, we're done. We're done.
Those are the
first part.
The first part of the rapid fire.
He's like, this is nothing.
I know, bro.
That's the appetizer, the accoutrement.
Okay.
Before we drop the accoutrement,
But now you gotta talk about this, bro.
Oh, yes. This is let's see, Parallel. I've heard of it.
Oh, I love it.
I've seen it.
I'm down with it.
This is a little book that I wrote. This is my very first comic script, and it is out in the world right now. It is called Parallel. It is 64-page sci-fi, dark, existential dread, graphic novel one-shot from SourcePoint Press. And I'm very proud of it. It is a lifelong dream come true. You're seeing up there on the screen the regular cover by Adam Ferris, and then the 2 variant covers, one of which sold out in like 48 hours. That's that Donnie Darko looking bad boy over there on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, guys, this is just, it's been a ride, you know? This idea cooking in the back of my head, this desire cooking in the back of my head for a long time. A couple of catalysts come together, and I sat down and wrote a comic script. And got very lucky, hooked up with SourcePoint Press, hooked up with a great artist, a great letterer, a great editor, and this book is out in the world. It's for nerds like us who just like a good comic story, it's got that for you, right? We're talking parallel worlds. We're talking about a different version of you reaching out and giving you a second chance that you never thought you would have as kind of your dreams get deferred. And it gets pretty dark and it gets pretty twisted especially in the second half. But really what we got going on here is some pretty heavy thematic things that I think a lot of people can relate to. Because really what this story is about, we got this guy Landon, who's anybody who gave up his dreams of music in his early 20s to kind of fall into that thing that most of us do, which is paying the next bill, getting into that relationship that stagnates pretty quick, and just moving forward because it's easier to do that than to pursue your dreams sometimes. And you wake up and 5 years have gone by and suddenly all that time in the world that you thought you had, maybe it's not there anymore. And however, the thing that's kind of universally relatable is it doesn't matter if your dream was music or your dream was writing or your dream was starting a really cool show and putting it out on YouTube and watching how many F-bombs you drop so you don't get responsible. The reality is we all go through that anxiety and that stress and that existential dread at some point in our lives. We call it a quarter life crisis, like Landon's going through, call it a midlife crisis that I feel like I go through every single day. And really, we all go through it. And the great irony is what? You feel alone, you feel isolated, and yet we're all going through some version of it. And the thing that makes this a lot of fun and a really fun read is that instead of just dealing with his depression, dealing with his stagnation, dealing with his anxiety, Landon starts hearing voices and starts seeing visions of this other version of him that actually lived that life. And that other version of him offers him a second chance that most of us don't feel that we ever get. The big problem is, boys, that second chance has a cost and it might not be worth it. And it's definitely not good for our boy Landon there in the mental and physical here and now.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a dope book, bro. You read it, Steve, right? You read it, Steve?
100%, man. When it got down to those parts where, it came with the price, it was just like, oh my God, how far does he want to go to this extreme? But he had these plans and he wanted so much for his life. But again, it comes with the cost, and he gets injured. Almost to death. My God, hospitalized, but he's living this other parallel life that he was supposed to live. Being a star and just living the life. And
well, Steve, when we were talking, do you remember we were talking about like that? There's that scene where like Landon's at the top of the stairs, right? And he's got to make a choice about how bad he wants it and what the cost is going to be and what he's got to do in that moment. And it's like one of my favorite things about this book, not even looking at it as the person who wrote it, but more like looking at it as the fan of Adam Ferris's art, or just looking at a story that grabs you for whatever reason, is those moments of tension, those very pregnant pauses of, oh my God, what would I do in that situation? And I feel for this guy because I've been there in my version of it. And then of course there's that lovely ambiguous ending that back on Spine Ticks we kind of debated about, and people were trying to draw it out of me like, you make your own decision about how that book ends. But I'll tell you what, guys, one of the things that I'm most proud of, because I'm a fan of it and always have been with a comic, is something that has a lot of rereadability. And I think one of the things that I'm proudest of about Parallel is you can go back and read it again and actually absolutely change your mind about how this panel, this page, or these couple of pages even read. There's points in the story where you look and the characters think, Landon, it's all in your head. And Landon even thinks that at some points. And then it's absolutely real for him. And you as the audience feel one way, one moment, a different way the next. You go back and read it again, and Adam's got all these great clues in there, all these little kind of almost Easter eggs of how Landon's interacting with this other version of himself, and you might have a completely different interpretation of it the second time you read through it. And personally, I like bang for your buck, so I like something that's rereadable. Those are my favorite books. So complete story, and then something that you're willing to go back and read again.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
I didn't have a chance to read it yet. I've just been crammed with a lot of work. Go ahead, pause, guys. But anyways, I'm kind of curious because it sounds very interesting to me. It sounds like something I would probably read. But is there a chance that we might get like a sequel where maybe it's done from a different character's point of view, looking at Landon?
I've been asked that before, and like I've thought of it. I thought about. I mean, when you get to the ending, and let's say I give you that choice of how you think it ends. And for those of you who have seen the book, that last panel, okay, that big splash page at the end, and especially what you see on either side of Landon there, there could be just a rip-roaring, like when the sequel to the movie just goes off the rails and just completely embraces one small aspect of something. There's a version of a sequel to this where Landon is somewhere very unpleasant, and we see how that plays out. There's a very staid and just kind of him moving forward version, I think, out there. But I like what you bring up, like just looking at it from a different perspective. That's kind of cool. I'll give that some thought.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Alonzo, do you have anything to add? I know you read it as well, right?
I did. Nothing. I mean, you guys nailed it.
Yeah, I dig this, man. I can't wait. I mean, to read it over again, because just like you said, Jason, you should give it a reread, and you'll find the clues and stuff like that. I think that's always a great thing, because I like to go back and really dissect a read over and over and just kind of figure out if I'm on point or not. And it's indie, and I love it. I'm a fan.
Well, I mean, I've talked about that before. I mean, one of my favorite things about this process has been just seeing like how malleable not only comics are in general for any kind of story you want to tell, but indie comics. Yeah, right. It doesn't necessarily reach as big of an audience. It doesn't have that 80-year infrastructure that a Marvel or a DC has to get it out into the world. You got a little more blood, sweat, and tears, but it's also not hampered. Indie comics are not hampered by some of the editorial mandates and restrictions that serialized comics that have been there for decades and decades have. Like, there is literally no story that can't be told in comics form in indie comics, and that's why I love it.
Awesome. Man.
Shout out to Dank.
All right, man.
But you had a real in-depth interview with Bindtix, guys. So if you guys out in the chat, man, and in the rewind, get the real Jason, man. The real Jason. That was a dope interview, and Steve was on it too. And I want to thank Sith Lordy for hooking us up too, man. That was a great interview. But man, you guys want to get into it, bro? Yeah, because
let's let our guest decide, Jason.
I'm ready. I brought stuff, guys. I'm telling you, I had a problem today. I got home. Today was the last day of school, right?
Yeah.
I got home and I went downstairs and I grabbed a stack of stuff that we have to do like a 4-hour show, and I had to weed it back and prune it back. So I grabbed a couple of things to show off today. Well, let's show off today. I got some stuff. You guys ready?
Yeah, bro.
This is what I've picked up lately. This is what I've been reading. Okay, so I got a little variety here.
Okay.
Here are the two my most recent trades. Okay, check this out. Oh my god! You guys know about Brubaker and Phillips doing the Reckless books?
Yes.
Legit changing stuff, right? They were crushing it with Monthly Criminals or Fatale or whatever they were doing, right? Or the Fade Out, and then pandemic hits, And instead of kind of rolling over and going, I don't know what to do, they're like, okay, great opportunity. Let's just do OGN every 4 months. And these are so good. So this is the second one. This just arrived. And like you get to the back and you're like, oh crap, a third one's coming in October. I'm so fired up.
Yeah.
These are like legit good. Okay, so
100%.
for a long time, I was like Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale were like my jam as far as a creative team, right? All the Marvel color books, Batman Long Halloween, right?
Mhm.
Okay, like that team, I loved it. This is so consistent over the last 20 years. I think they might be it for me now. I think these
100%.
two dudes might be the best. Okay, so I just read that. Awesome.
We're actually going to be doing a show on that first book pretty soon. Steve,
Are you? Oh, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, so
I haven't
okay,
read it
so
yet. I haven't had a chance yet.
Here's a reading habit that I've got. So like if I'm buying trades, let's say the series goes like 9 books deep, right?
Right.
I will have read by the time I read volume 9, whenever it comes out, I will have now read volume 1 9 times because every time the new trade comes out, I go back to the beginning and reread the whole thing. So
there you
like,
go.
before I read page 1 of this, because I don't want to miss a nuance, I went back and read volume 1 and then did this one, right?
Makes sense.
Okay. Now, oh my God, this was awesome.
Oh,
Jeff
yes.
Lemire is
JR.
He might have. I know it's 21st century, but I believe he's broken into my top 5 writers of all time. This guy can do no wrong for me. And like
man.
Black Hammer, come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Next week, the new Black Hammer comes out. Oh my God.
Jason, we were like this. Now we're kind of like this. I mean, you and I pissing fans.
I like Lemire.
I hate Lemire.
You know,
I
Jason,
absolutely think he's one of the worst
Jason.
writers ever.
Fist pumps. Fist pumps. For,
I like Lemire.
Don't mind JR.
Like Lemire for me, like I caught on right at the beginning of Essex County. So like I missed the first book, went back. It's like that. It's like you caught on to Quentin Tarantino because you went to see Pulp Fiction and then you had to go back for Reservoir Dogs. That was how I did Lemire, but I've been on board for everything since. All right, some floppies. Check it out. So I have a stack downstairs of. I went dollar bin diving a little bit ago, and I'm trying to put together some runs. Okay,
let's go.
So
let's go.
Instead of showing you about 100 books, how about just a couple? I'll show you this. I am working on putting together a run of the Marvel 25th anniversary covers, right? With the borders. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know.
I'm just slowly picking them through and like they pop up and whatever, pay a couple of bucks. These are the latest 4. I got the Alpha Flight one.
Nice. Oh, nice. Nice. Awesome.
I got Hawkeye looking.
I like that one.
A little suspicious.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Little predatory.
Conan one.
Oh,
looking dude.
What's wrong, Conan?
And then classic.
Oh,
so now you're getting me. We're getting closer. We're getting about here.
Okay. So I'm trying to put. So like the runs I'm working on right now. I'm working on that. I just completed my New Mutants run. I cheated on 98. Oh my God. Can we do a 10-second aside? I had a 98 as a kid.
Uh-huh.
I traded it to a neighbor for a 95 because Wolverine was on the cover of 95. You know, jumping out there at cable like that. And then, of course, 20 years later, that's like the biggest mistake. So I cheated on the 98. I got the reproduction, the facsimile. But I just finished my New Mutants. I'm kind of working on an Uncanny 1 through Age of Apocalypse. So that's just picking and choosing, not actively, whatever's out there. Okay, one more to show you. Oh, no, 2 more to show you. Check this out. Sam Keith Hulk cover. Look at this. I got to get a good angle.
Oh, that's cool. So nice.
Like, come on, Sam Keith. Oh my God.
You can't hate on that.
No,
bro.
I'm working on putting together all his.
There.
Oh, that's another run I'm working on right now. Is all the Marvel Comics Presents Sam Keith covers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Then one last thing to show you.
Oh yeah.
This is not mine. There are only 2 slabbed comics in my house. Okay.
Okay.
I haven't done it, and I'm that person because I got enough OCD that I know that if I jump in, it'll just be everything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, totally.
there's no in between for me, boys. It's either all of it or none of it.
Yes, sir.
So there's only 2 slab comics in the house. You know what? There's one of them right here, and this was gifted to me.
Oh yes, the Donnie Darko.
Oh dang,
The Virgin.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the
not
foil Virgin one. There's
Those
I don't
things.
know how many of these are even out there. So
Oh, man,
that's
those
it. So
things-
that's mine. That's my own slab comic I own. Now this one's not mine, but this was a gift to my son because my son. Oh my god, I just gave it away. My son is more music, like takes after me on the music side.
Mhm.
Comics didn't ever really get into, but he's trying to put together an Iron Man run. And so for his birthday this year, I splurged. And one of these is
Oh,
damn.
very nice.
Wow.
Nice.
yeah, that's not bad, right?
That's
Very
fire
nice.
right there.
That
Can't
is-
complain about that
Cover.
one.
Yep.
That's a cover.
And thus ends my portion of show and tell.
Bam.
All right, man. You get a that Iron Man killed us,
Wow,
man. I think who wants to follow that?
Hot
Who do you
job.
want to pick
I
to
don't-
follow
I
that,
don't.
man?
I think Steve should.
Hey man,
You get a pick, Jason. Who do you want to pick, Jason? You get to pick who to follow you.
Oh my God, look, I'm going to do an itty, mini, miny, mo. I used to be an elementary school teacher. I'm going to literally go like this. It's called the random finger of doom. And Steve, I think you got to go, buddy.
Oh, Steve.
you know, Jason, you are a
Not
gentleman
bad.
and a scholar, and I appreciate you. I really
Thank
do.
you.
But not today, sir. Not today.
All right. Hey, I got some things. Alonzo.
All right.
Don't knock my hustle, Alonzo. You jerk. You know,
got
I
Iron Man
can't.
number 1?
I could say that. No, I don't. But you know what I do got? I got Star Wars High Republic
That's a
IDW Risk Incentive. You know.
Nice.
That's a good
All
cover
right.
because that character on the cover, man.
Yeah, man.
And you know what Big Rob says, man? Big Rob says get those risk incentives because they're smaller prints. So I went with the Justine Frenny with the pick of the week for me,
Franny.
cover pick,
Yeah,
and I went with
cover.
the Virgin. Yeah, this
Nice.
is beautiful, man.
That was your pick, though. That was your pick this week, too, huh?
That's it,
Yeah.
man. I'm consistent with my picks, man. I buy them. I don't just say no to them, you know. Let's see. All right, so I posted this. I know I'm further back on a Monday, and I got some catching up to do on some posts, so I will be back at it tonight, guys. I got tomorrow off. All right, here we go. Something's killing the children.
Those are dope, man.
Something's
I think
killing the
that's
children.
Oh.
Damn, bro.
Something's killing the children. And something's killing the children, man.
Yeah,
I gotta
That
stack
Virgin's
up on some
dope.
origins. Yeah, man, totally. The
Virgin's
foil
dope.
on it is beautiful.
Something's
And-
killing your wallet, bro. Shit.
No. Yeah, I got Zoe.
Nice.
Here.
Oh,
This is a
beautiful.
300. No, this is not Zoe. This is Ingrid.
Look at you, bro. You're getting all the
Ingrid Gala.
virgins.
Ingrid Gala. You know, you got to get them store variant virgins, man. And then
Oh.
last but most certainly not least,
Yo,
You know,
Rob, he
I'm-
didn't have to pay for shipping, though, because he just goes to an Apple and picks them up, bro.
I know. He's
Yeah,
spoiled,
right.
bro.
Spoiled, bro. Spoiled.
You know, you got Carmen 4. I mean, these
Love
these
it.
are awesome. These
Love
are
it.
awesome, man.
And you, Sith and Alonzo, love that book, bro.
Oh,
You
dude,
guys
it's an
are all-
amazing read, guys. It's an amazing.
You guys
read.
sleep with it, make love to it, keep it
Dude,
warm, put it
I'm-
between your legs.
I got a little crush on Carmen, man. But you know
Just-
what, man? Yeah, Mark is doing it, dude. He's writing it
Just
out.
remember to keep the board on. Keep the board on with
Keep the
whatever you
bag
do.
on. Keep
The bag
it
on. The
dry.
bag
Yeah,
on. Keep
yeah.
it dry, bro. The bag.
Mhm. But that's it for me, man. I'm gonna. Let's see, Alonzo. Did you carry over for this next week or what? Let's see what you got.
Alonzo brought the fire last week. I watched that.
It's
I was like, what the
battle of
hell?
store variants.
Or
Let's
is
go.
it? sh-
And-
Or
It
is
is,
it?
of
sh-
course, Big Rob.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
it's
kidding.
not like I go to the LCS and just buy and show off what everybody else has.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
you got the
repeat.
same
There you go,
thing.
Steve.
That's cool. That's a cool story.
That's
a cool
sure enough
story.
fair play.
Hold my beer, bro.
Yep.
Hold my beer.
All right. So we talked about this earlier in the week. So I finally got mine. I did have to pay $20 because it was
I paid
sold
20.
out.
I love
And this
that
again
cover.
is the Disney California Adventure variant.
There's a lot of upside on that, man. Them Disney ones, man. You know what I'm saying?
I hope they come out with more covers just like that, different like attractions and stuff. That'd be
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Chimbo.
from the IG comic book store. I don't know if I'm late on this, but I finally
Yeah,
got
you're a
it. I
little
think
late on
JR
that
might
one.
have gotten it already?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
I
you're
like
nice
that.
card
dope.
too.
Those are
Oh,
dope,
yeah.
man.
Show them the
Who
card
did,
in the
he did
back.
the little card in the back too. So
Who did the cover?
Wow.
Who did that cover?
I honestly don't know. I was just
Yeah, I
chasing
know.
it because it looked
I
cool.
know. It's dope, bro. It's like I want to get it signed. That's
don't
perfect.
remember
Spot to get
who it
signed.
was.
You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
one of the things that I talked about during my Disney campus review was a first appearance of a person named, I think it was Okane, which is part of the, which may be in Wakanda forever. So she is definitely a student of Shuri, and this is her first appearance right here. So I picked that one up.
Was it number what? Number what? Number what? I'm gonna pick that up too.
It's FF number 19.
Okay.
Wow, that's a new spec. I never.
I'm
heard
writing that
one yet.
down, bro. FF19.
Well, I'm just saying because like in when I went to check out Avengers Campus, her Doreen Green, Moon Girl, they were all highlighted there. So I just want to make sure that, and again, you guys are aware of all the things that I'm seeing. And speaking of Moon Girl, so this is the Timely Comics variant. So just as an FYI, it does reprint issues 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so it's kind of like a reprint or
Those
a
Timely
graphic
ones are
novel,
hard.
however you want to call it. It's definitely reprinting issues 1, 2, and 3, and it is actually a little hard to find. So just FYI.
Man, I seen those in the back bins when I was looking, bro, and I passed it up way before all that Timely's got hot. And I was like, dude, I'm FOMO now. Damn it.
And then another thing, speaking of Moon Girl, we got a 9.8 right here. And this is the first appearance of this little girl right here, Princess Fisk, which is the Kingpin's daughter. Mm-hmm. So again, they are doing an animated series of Moon Girl. She could potentially be the villain. And again, it's because Moon Girl does not have like a true villain that she battles. So it could be her. So just as an FYI.
Hey, Jason, Alonzo don't play with less than 9.8, man.
Of course.
Never.
And then also too, the same thing. There is also a second print.
Yeah, I told you, bro.
So make sure you guys are on the lookout for this one. It is a second print. It's a little bit more scarce, of course. So just again, this is a second print of the same first appearance of Princess Fisk.
Pull it up a little higher.
Keep your eyes open.
See the bottom.
Pull up a little higher.
Yeah, it has her face on it.
Okay.
Yep.
Whatever.
I just want to see the whole cover. So that's all.
Oh yeah. It's the glare, It's the glare.
Well, no, you had it chopped off partway.
That was too low, bro.
There you go.
There you go.
You're good now.
All right, cool.
Perfect. You're in there like swimwear, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's
So
what she said.
again, keep your eyes out. Again,
You found that,
know
Rob.
Moon
I
Girl,
remember you
Yellow
found that
Dinosaur
one.
is coming out. So you just
Yeah.
Rob
Just
turns
keep
to
your
me,
eyes open.
Alonzo. Rob turns to me and goes, "Is this a good one?" I'm like, "You know that's a good one. Why you telling me, bro? Like you just showing off and shit. It's a good one."
All right, so that's what I got for this week. I have some other stuff spec wise coming. We can talk about it, or we can't, or we shouldn't. I don't know.
Just save it, bro. Just save it for
who's next? Who's next? You know what? I want to see what Big Rob's got. I mean, I'm sure he went to the LCS yesterday, so
No,
let's
I
see it.
didn't.
Fire, bro.
Let's see it.
Actually, I didn't. I
He
did not
he
go to
made a
LCS.
funny.
Yeah, I didn't go to LCS. No, not this week. I didn't go. So I'm very light. It's got 2 items, but this is going to be the summer of He-Man and Master Universe for me. This is what I'm gonna have a lot of shit to buy.
He's gonna be crying soon, people.
Yeah. So first, I got this at Target,
yeah, bro.
Oh,
Nice.
and this is the Target
You in
exclusive.
Sentry, bro. You in Sentry.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Crazy.
kind of hard to get, so, but I got lucky today. So pick that up. Here's the back. Dope.
Damn.
crazy, dude. Nostalgia.
I know, right, bro? Damn.
And thanks to Simple Man Comics showed this on his Instagram. I didn't even know he existed because he's a big He-Man fan as well. And I saw that shit. I was like, ooh, I got to jump on that immediately on eBay before everybody else starts jumping on it. I found a near mint copy, and it's the DC Masters of the Universe previews from 1982.
Whoa!
Oh,
Wow.
What?
It's a near mint copy. So this came out in November of '82, which was after this one. It's already had. This is came out in April of '82, so it's technically like the second appearance. of He-Man and Skeletor, and probably first appearance for a bunch of other characters.
Damn.
So it's a nice little combo there with these 2 books. So
You beat me to it. I was just going to ask you, where does that fall versus the DC Comics Presents? Look at that.
yeah, it's like this was April of '82, and this was November of '82. So, and then there's the DC little miniseries of 3 issues, and then it goes on to Marvel Age, and then the Marvel Star series.
Yeah.
So
How much that cost you? How much that cost you? The preview.
Oh, dude, I got it I got it for with shipping and everything like $30.
Oh, that's not bad, dude.
Wow.
For a He-Man book, second appearance, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
near mint too. Wrote
So
9.8.
was that just a giveaway in shops? What was that?
So it was it's a special free gift to you from the new DC. It says
Wow.
special Masters of the Universe preview. It has a little DC logo.
Dang, Big Rob, I'm jealous, bro.
Yeah.
Somewhere, 7-year-old Steven is crying.
Copy called it too. Second appearance.
My soul.
Yeah.
Copy, no. The DC. He's a DC. Copy is a DC expert here.
So
in,
last time I looked, you go on
YouTube
eBay and find 9.8 for about $200. You can get one.
Damn.
So,
Nice.
so that's it. Just 2 items, but nice and nice there. But let's move it on to
That's quality, baby. That's it.
yeah. Let's do it, man.
All right, man. So Guy Ford showed us off a little bit. I watched the game yesterday. Was it Italy against Sweden? Was it Sweden or something like that?
Turkey, no?
No, they played Sweden, bro. They whipped on them, bro. It was like, yo.
Yeah.
So I had to give them props, man. I had to give them props. I like Italy, man. I hope they do it, man. So the Euro Cup's on.
France is tough, man. France is tough.
I know. But so the first thing, 2 weeks ago, I showed you guys I found this in the back bin. So I know this place that had them in their back bin, so I had to get the whole run, man. So I just got them all, bro. So I got the Conchu Part 2, Conchu Part 2, Conchu Part 3, Conchu Part 4, which is probably the hardest one to get.
It's a cool story too.
Yeah, man. That's why I want to read it in Conchu Part 5 or the finale, man. So I picked up these, and then at another store near where I surf, I go there. I'm not gonna tell y'all where it is. I'm not even gonna tell because I know, man. If I tell Rob, bro, Rob will show up.
I already know where it is.
I know it's near where I surf, man.
Rob will be behind you, feeling on them butt cheeks.
And then I was just looking. I saw, me and the lonely long boxes, man. It was like just sitting there in the corner, bro. I looked through it and look what I found. Bam!
Wow.
That's boss
Yes.
logic. Love it.
The boss, bro. I was
dude.
like, I had to take a double look. I was like, for reals? Like they just had this in this little short box. So I was like, I'll take it, man. So yeah, I found that one, man.
How much is that going for nowadays?
$100, you know?
Yeah,
but it'd be a good one to get. I mean, for me, man, I'm a Rock fan. If Rock ever has like a signing, I'll send this shit to him, bro. Get Rock sign on it, bro. Get a CGC, bam. And then I want to thank my boy, man, Hot Java, man. He gave this to me a few weeks ago when I was up in the OC at Disneyland, man, and I met up with him and we chilled out, man. We didn't have a drink, bro. We were just chilling and talking about finance and stuff. But he brought this to me, man, and he knows I'm a Silver Surfer fan. So,
Alex Ross?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, man. Yep. Alex Ross, he brought it to me, man. I was like, yo, man, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I just, I haven't said thank you on the air, man, but I want to thank my boy, man, Hot Java, man, for giving this to me, man. I'm just gonna go up there. Once I get all my frames, the one from Tim too and JR, man. So that's a banger. And then
that's nice.
I know, right? And the last but not least, man, Uncle Rudy, man, gave me a bunch of AOKs too, man. He knows I'm a big Silver Surfer fan too, so he put that in there. Nice. But then he gave me the whole like Zek run, man, of Web of Spider-Man. So in Mylar, yeah, bro, look at that. All the Zek
Craven's Last Hunt. Oh my god, such a great series.
Yeah, man. I was like, dude, you don't have to get. Look at this. Is one of my favorite.
That's such a great cover.
Yeah, my favorite covers from Zek, bro. Like I was like, yo, man, you sure?
And
I was like, Nylar, whatever, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And then, bro, it just I gotta say thank you, Uncle Rudy. And then he also gave me this for you, JR. He's like, JR likes the Daredevil. I was like, yeah, he likes Daredevil. He's like, give this to JR when he comes through. So,
nice.
Yeah,
thank you, Rudy.
So
I've also got an AOK from Rudy too.
And then he gave me a whole bag of my lights, bro. So,
that's just expensive, man.
I know. I was like, Rudy, dude, like, bro, I love that guy, man. And then last but not least, from Uncle Rudy, man, he brought me one of these. So, man. Yeah,
dude,
that hardback is clean.
I know it's so many. I like the back though, man. The backs of these are the bomb, man. You know, like I just love reading them and looking at them and trying to reminisce of like being a kid. You know,
1990 all the way, bro.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna thank Uncle Rudy and Hot Java, man. Javid, man. I love you guys, man. You guys are like family. And we're gonna have Uncle Rudy, man, do his first full appearance on YouTube ever, man, next week on the bottom half, bro. It's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be wild, bro. It's gonna be wild, man. He's coming like Nacho. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna pass it on to JR. What you got, JR?
I got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I held out some stuff from when I was in San Francisco. So I picked up a couple of Knights of the Old Republics.
Okay.
Nothing major fancy about them.
Hey, dude, I picked those up all day long when I see them.
Early and low number too.
Yep.
Somewhere upstate in the Golden State, King of the Golden State, James is looking at you like, what you doing with them books?
I know, right?
And then I was listening had a little Cyclops bitch in my ear, so I saw these, so I had to pick them up. Some
colorful.
Picked up a little
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Got number 2, number 3.
Woo.
Number 4.
Very nice.
And number 5. So I'm gonna have to track down number 1.
Number 5 looks nice.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Like a diner, right?
It's such a great series too. It's a good read.
That's why I want to read it, not for the spec value. I also got this Department of Truth. This is supposed to be like a retro version. I did a blind bag with anti-hero company or something like that, and they got a normal version of this, but this is the retro. It's supposed to be like yellowed up and stuff, and they're supposed to be limited to only the people that did the blind bag. It was cool. It wasn't the stuff in there wasn't great. Other than that, then Uncle Rudy sent me an AOK also.
Caps.
Oh, what you got? What did he send you?
He sent me that one since mine was damaged already.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
I love that one, man.
And then he sent me a little Daredevil Accused.
Dude, David Mack.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Mac. Okay.
And then he wanted to, and I'll have to find it later because I couldn't find it right now. He wanted me to just shout out the military and let them know. I guess he has family that's part of the military. He knows that I'm a military guy, so just let him know that our hearts are out there for him, and we appreciate what they do for us. And I think all of us on here, we've got people that served in different forces and stuff. We all appreciate what they did for us and what they do every day for us. So, and then I finally made a big purchase. I was holding out on this one.
What'd you buy?
Something that you've been wanting.
Oh no! You did it, huh?
Yeah!
So I picked up. Man. So I got that one. Number 2.
That's a $60 book now.
Holy shit, bro!
So I ended up getting the whole run.
The whole run?
From your comic store, right?
Huh?
From your LCS, right?
Yes.
That was.
I got it out of my comics or my LCS owner's private collection.
Dude.
If I didn't know him,
dude.
If I didn't know him so well, I wouldn't have got the deal I got. I am not going to repeat the deal I got because people will kill me. It's not $200 like Rob did before COVID started.
Yeah, that's long gone, bro.
But it was still a good enough deal, and it also came with the free comic book day.
Oh, nice!
Damn, son.
See, you get those good deals because you're friends with your comic book owners. All my comic book stores hate me, bro. So
yeah,
good on you, bro.
But neither way, I'll show it again. I mean, it has been read once.
Clean. Oh, okay, bro,
that's pretty.
You gotta slap it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna slap this sucker.
Damn,
So-
bro. How much is that book
9.8,
going
right,
for?
JR?
I'm hoping it's a 9.8. It's at least a 9.6.
What is a 9.8? Over $3,000, right?
Is 9.8 over $3,000?
Yeah, I think
Is
it's
it?
more than miles. I know that.
Well, if it's over $3,000,
Jesus.
I got a really
Jesus.
fucking good deal.
Yeah.
I know you. I know how much you got it for, dude. For that whole
I know
set.
you do. I just don't want to say it on here.
I know, dude. Crazy,
But,
man.
Yeah, that's everything I got for the week.
All right,
Whoa.
man.
So
Thanks, dude.
God
Damn,
damn, bro. Damn.
Oh, we ready? We ready, Alonso? We ready for that versus?
We are. So, Jason, this is all about you, man. This
do
is
it.
all about you. So
You ready?
here we go. So this was just inspired by so many verses, so many battles, and this one right here is Superman versus Batman. So let's get going. Who would win in a fight? Would it be Wolverine or
Good luck.
Batman?
I want to say Wolverine, but it's going to be Batman. It's not even going to be close.
And why is that?
Because he's smarter. It's
Mhm.
yeah. He's gonna have, because the plan. It doesn't even matter if it's a surprise. It's not a surprise. He's got the plan. He already knows how to beat him. He's got a freaking file on him, right?
Mhm.
He knows what to do. I mean, my 12-year-old heart says it. It needs to be Logan, and Logan's been written in ways where maybe, but Bruce isn't even gonna let him get close.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's
you think
just
you're
not.
in the-
He's just
you're in
not.
the-
He already knows the weakness. He already knows what he needs to do.
Chess master.
Yeah. I want Logan to win. Batman's gonna win.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the panel agreeing with you.
Man, if Batman could beat Superman, bro, he can beat Logan.
And the chat is all over the place. I mean, the chat's saying, I think it's about 50-50 almost.
I'm
Well,
a
think
Wolverine
about-
fan, and I
Put
think
it this
it's
way.
crazy. if you
Think
Wolverine
about
wins.
how Wolverine's been written over the decades. Like Sabretooth kicks his ass almost every single time, except for the time he cut his head off. Like that's it. It's just he gets beat a whole lot more. And Bruce, like if you go back to like the OMAC days, like coming out of Identity Crisis, like he knows everybody. And he knows how to beat everybody. He'd have the file. He'd have the weaknesses. He'd have it planned out. Yeah, done.
The one thing though, if Wolverine goes berserker mode,
Yeah.
there is no the plans are out the window
Yep.
because
Mike
there's no
Tyson.
way planning that.
Yeah.
But I think he'd have a plan to keep him out of berserker mode.
Mm-hmm. Batman plays dirty too, bro. So
Yeah.
just saying, man.
But he won't kill you, though. He won't kill you.
Yeah, he won't though, huh? He won't. Yep. All right, man.
All right. And again, you are a huge fan of Valiant. So who would you choose? Would it be Shadow Man or Exo?
He does it all the time, bro.
And why?
Oh, no.
He's like, this is my nightmare.
Oh,
I think Alonso. I think he wants to follow that up with a puck. Let's see what we got. We got people
Exo's gonna
hollering.
win. Oh crap! Exo's gonna win only because you know what? It depends on where in their journey they are. Because like Jack didn't like. I don't know if anybody read old school Valiant like I did growing up. Like Jack Boniface didn't know what was going on for the longest time. Like he had a much longer trying to figure it out kind of learning process. You know what I mean? And like the armor took care of so much for you. I think he wins. I think Exo wins. Is the chat? I think I'm over. Am I over 2 as far as what the chat is saying? Am I completely losing?
They're saying Exo, I think.
No, yeah,
they are.
They're saying
I don't
Exo.
think they know Shadow Man. That's the problem.
You
Phil
got-
does. Phil said Shadow Man.
Bill's rocking and rolling with some Shadow Man right there.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Shadow
as
Man.
a kid, that was my first. I sent away and bought a like old school mail order, right? Pre-internet. I bought a Shadow Man shirt, which was legit cool because it was just the symbol, like looked really good, and a Solar Man of the Atom one, which just looked like I was walking around with like a nuclear warning on my chest.
Oh, that is badass.
That's awesome.
All right, and again, just in case the panel and the chat doesn't know, but Jason, you're a huge Neil Gaiman fan, and I think
Yeah.
we all are. So, and this might be super easy. And
This,
you
no,
know,
it's not even. Oh,
is
come
it
on.
Bro,
death?
you're gonna
This
get
is
Jason a
legit.
heart attack,
Or
bro.
Last time, the one before this, it hurt my brain. This is, come on, death. Nobody.
Hey man,
I
that
had to
sniper's
give you a
even
bone.
better.
I had to toss you a bone, man.
Oh my god.
Have you guys ever read that official Death's first appearance in the mainstream DC universe when she like goes and takes Luthor away?
Damn.
No.
It's Action. Oh shoot, I'm not gonna remember the number, but it's a great cover with her on the cover. It's an Action Comics, blah 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 blah, and she goes and takes Luthor, and it's great. But no, yeah. Sandman number 8, her first appearance. Oh my god, yes, give me all day. Death in a Cakewalk. Though I will tell you, can I tell you this?
Yeah.
So I did that very typical mid to late teens into the 20s thing where I walked away from comics for about 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
And so there's 2 Neil Gaiman connections to what happened in between and why I came back. So the only 2 books that I read during that hiatus, the only 2 books that like came with me and I reread were Neil Gaiman's Sandman and Art Spiegelman's Mouse, right? Had to buy Mouse like 4 times, had to read it for college, got stolen out of my dorm room twice. Okay. So I walked back into a comic shop for the first time in like 2003, 2004 and get rehooked. I went back into the comic shop because Neil came back to Marvel and wrote Marvel 1602, which was to raise legal funds to defend himself against Todd McFarlane rights over that little character over there on the side.
Huh.
That's what actually brought me back into comic shops.
Oh, that's
because
awesome.
that was like what, Spawn number 9, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And that whole thing about who owned her and blah blah blah, and then Todd was getting a little greedy, and Neil said, "Yeah, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm just going to do this for all the funds are going to go to, you know, Comic Book Legal Defense Fund and to fund this battle against you." And that was Marvel 1602, and that brought me back in shops and got me rehooked, and now I'm fully back in, obviously.
That's
Jason,
that's a great story.
I got a quick one for you. Vertigo or Valiant?
Oh, I can't. Why are you doing this to me?
Because he is the butthole.
He is the starfish, bro.
Chocolate starfish.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna cheat.
Both
12 to 15-year-old me.
Oh, bro.
Valiant in a Cakewalk. 20-some-year-old me to today. You give me like my dozen Vertigo titles that will follow me to the end of days and keep rereading. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
So older
Fables is the one for
me, Vertigo and the golden age of Vertigo, right? 90s into that first decade of 2000s.
Well, Vertigo's dead now,
but Valiant was like formative for me, right? Like it was
right.
Like I was out there collecting and I was grabbing any foil embossed Punisher cover I could find, right? and trying to Steel Town Rockers #1 because it said #1, not because it was any good. And going from drugstore to drugstore to get Spider-Man #1 in a bag and silver and whatnot. But Valiant turned me on. I don't know. It was like in so many ways, it was the polar opposite of what Image was doing at the beginning, right? It was more writer-based than it was artist-based.
Yep.
It was more realistically drawn. Barry Windsor Smith was crushing it.
Oh, he was.
And they were a shared universe, but they were small enough where it didn't destroy your pocketbook or your brain in the way that DC and Marvel was at the time. And you could follow like my pull list at my LCS from 92 to 95 was every Valiant title. And
you got some questions here.
You could read the entire universe. It was awesome.
You got more questions, bro.
Yeah, you got Sandman or Death?
Morpheus was my guy. I had a nice statue until my wife accidentally shattered it to bits. I'm gonna go with
with air quotes, right?
You know what? There was a debate, but then when I pressed that issue, I got in trouble, and she was no longer in trouble. So it was an accident. It absolutely was.
So we got Betty or Veronica?
Good girl or the bad girl? Blonde or the brunette? I'm cheating both. Why not? Let's go.
That's right. That's the right answer. That is the right answer.
Okay. One of my top 5 cover artists of all time is Jay Lee. I have got sick. Betty and Veronica versus Harley and Ivy a series, a Jay Lee variant cover with the 4 of them on it. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Love it.
Oh yeah, no cherry.
No Cherry.
Oh, Cheryl. Okay.
Cheryl Blossom. Or is it Cherry
Where's your
Blossom?
mind, Cherry?
Cherry
All right.
Blossom, bro.
So next one might divide the chat. So Kids in the Hall, they started in like the late 80s, early 90s. And then you have this amazing cast of SNL. Which one does it for you?
It's Kids in the Hall all day. But they're linked, right? I mean, Lorne Michaels produced Kids in the Hall, discovered them, all Canadian. Mm-hmm. And in fact, so they were doing their stage show in Toronto from actually the early mid 80s on. And they got broken up for a little while because 2 of them got hired to write on Saturday Night Live. And then they came back and ran their show from 89 to 95, like starting on HBO. But the Kids in the Hall for me all day long, because like SNL, you've got your cast, right? You've got your ups and downs, no matter how long you watch it, and you got your fallow periods, and some people love it, and then whatever. But like Kids in the Hall was fire, front to back. I've seen them live 3 times.
Oh wow!
Give me Kids in the Hall all day long.
Brain Candy was fucking amazing too.
Oh my god, yeah, and it's like totally out of print. Like I want a DVD copy because I've got on VHS, but I don't have a VCR anymore, so I can't watch it.
Bro,
I think you got them divided. Yeah, in living color or Kids in the Hall.
Hey, in living color or Kids in the Hall, bro. Come on, man.
In living color or Kids in the Hall?
Yeah,
or Kids in the Hall wins, but like in living color was, oh my god, was it so good? Because I was young enough where that was just like, oh my god,
that shit was.
Give me Damon Wayans and Jim Carrey in like a wild character dance off any day of the week.
I had to fight to watch that, man, because my parents wouldn't let me watch it because it's such like an adult theme. Oh yeah, and I had to fight my ass to watch that show, bro. Like, and I had to earn it, man. I'm with you, dude.
It was a battle to get in living color. It was a battle to get The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It
was a battle to get Married with Children.
They said no to.
Bro, Married with Children come on late. So
luckily enough, my parents didn't know about Kids in the Hall. Because if they wouldn't know about Kids in the Hall, they would have said, "Yeah, you can watch other stuff just to watch Kids in the Hall."
Yeah, I got to go with living color for me. Bro.
Kids in the Hall was dirty.
Living color. This SNL cast though, bro. Like that SNL cast was like
early 90s. Yeah.
That cast
that's a stacked cast.
Yeah, that was like
bro.
I think
that's
one of the greatest casts.
Right out of the Dana Carvey era into the Farley and Sandler and Spade one.
Man.
Like they're couple. That's their overlap years right there.
My look at those, we had like 4 years of Kids in the Hall.
Yo, man.
5. And we had 40 years of Saturday Night Live.
Bro,
why is Mike Myers not in that cast picture?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, it's weird.
Yeah. Yo, man, even a senator came out of this cast, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
crazy, man. This cast is crazy.
Norm Macdonald.
Ooh,
Norm Macdonald, bro.
And I think the chat might like this one. You're a Tarantino fan.
Oh.
Which one would it be?
Man.
Would it be?
Good luck, bro.
And they're classics. Would it
Jason's
be Reservoir
reaction
Dogs
is killing me right now.
Fiction.
Good luck.
I think so. I saw Pulp Fiction in the theater. I came back to Reservoir Dogs. I think Pulp Fiction, because of the experience, wins. You know what would have been harder for me if you would have put up Pulp Fiction versus Inglourious Bastards. That one, I might have left and just said I had technical difficulties because I don't want to answer. I'm somebody who is very, very loyal to what hit me first, right?
Man.
Like Stephen King will always be my favorite author. Are there authors that I read and love that are a better writer than Stephen King? Yeah, but he's always going to be the best for me. And because Pulp Fiction came first for me and I had the in-theater experience, that one's going to win.
Hey, Jason, I got to ask you a question. Which one was your wallet, bro? Which one was your wallet, bro?
Which one was my what?
Which one was your wallet?
My bad motherfucking wallet?
That bad motherfucking wallet, bro. Hell yeah.
Oh, you're right. Do you know? So you know how we were talking before about how like I don't cuss in front of like my students or whatever. I've been so good on podcasts. I've been so good on shows, interviewing for Parallel, and you made me. And I thought we were keeping our powder dry.
No, bro. We can say it.
No, we just let it slip once in a while. Let's be honest.
Hey, so this summer, like I'm doing this thing, like the film education of my young teenage son, right? And we're wrapping up Coen Brothers movies. We got a couple more to go, and then it's gonna be the summer of Quentin, you know. And so I'm looking at this little thing and that little thing and getting my little nuggets of things that I didn't know. And you know how there's those huge online theories about what's in the briefcase, right? You know, it's in Marcellus Wallace's soul and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Most of that is it's like fun, but the truth is there was a plan for a little while that it was the diamonds from Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that one. I heard that
because
one
like
too.
he's got his shared universe thing. Like this person is this person's grandfather and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That like there was an early version of the script that's what was in the briefcase.
Because there's also another movie that came out before Reservoir Dogs. It's like a French movie, I remember. That is a lot like Reservoir Dogs, where they're robbing a bank.
Well, I mean, and everything Quentin does is derivative of something.
Right. But I mean, like Quentin actually, I worked at Blockbuster, so I saw it like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But I remember them telling me when I watched it, like Quentin like wrote the script or something, and it has like loose ties to Reservoir Dogs. So that's where the diamonds could have came from too.
So Jason, you said it would have been Inglourious Bastards. If I throw a line at you right now that is no words, are you going to know the scene? Can I get a yes or no? Okay.
You can try.
My coworker and I hit each other with this all day.
Okay.
You got to know that part.
What is that? Tell me. I'm sorry. Put it more context for me.
I don't think we can because we might. It's when he's really doing it to that girl and he's like, He hits him with the. You don't remember that? Oh, okay. Bye, guys. I just threw that joke away. You know.
See you later, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, now we know what he was doing last night.
Yep.
You know, JR. Don't.
All right. And then Jason, you had mentioned you are a Wes Anderson fan.
Oh damn!
Which is it going to be? I mean, they're both good ones. Life Aquatic,
bro,
or The Royal Tenenbaums.
Tenenbaums, bro.
This is the good one right now, Jason.
And both of them have
Aquatic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Bill Murray's in both of them.
Tenenbaums. Oh, Bill Murray's in both of them, and
there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Featured tonight.
Just don't shoot him during apocalypse, bro. Like,
boy.
Tenenbaums is the superior film, but I was and still am to some extent a movie snob. So as soon as Life Aquatic got panned, I was like, "That's my favorite movie of all time." Yeah. Oh my god, like Rushmore is my first. Like I had to go back for Battle Rocket. So check this out. Jason Schwartzman and Wes Anderson came to Michigan State University to screen it before it came out, and I got to see like a screening with them, introducing it and taking a Q&A. So that like blew my mind. So Rushmore is my jam first. Tenenbaums, I had a hell of an experience in the theater there with a bunch of people. We were spread out across the theater. It was full. And in Owen Wilson's in his house, which is across the street from the Tenenbaum place, and he's got all those weird ass pictures all over the wall. And he's got like the devil bikers and stuff. And there's this little tiny framed picture, of Whitey Tighties. I like laughed my ass off in the theater and like annoyed the crap out of the entire theater because I was just laughing hilariously at the Whitey Tighties in the frame, and people are like turning around and looking at me. So Tenenbaums is far superior, but Life Aquatic has my heart because it's quirky, it's weird, and it's Goldblum's first Wes Anderson movie too, and he's so idiosyncratic and Goldblum in there that I love it. Yeah, give me Life Aquatic.
Yeah, man.
Okay, and I think something Wong already kind of spoiled the next question.
So
the next one for you is it going to be the Stones or the Who?
All right, I'm listening to Quadrophenia and Tommy right now, but it's Stones. It's Stones because there's nothing better than 68 through 72 or 74, especially 69. When Mick Taylor gets in that band and they've got their first legit fire lead guitarist, give me Rolling Stones studio 68 through 72 and live 69 through about 74.
Yo, man, it's just something about the Stones where your lead singer can't sing, but his swag just makes him better.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'm breaking the rules
it's pure
or not.
swag, bro. It's
I don't
pure
know if I'm
swag
breaking
with
the rules or not by like all these dumb little anecdotes that I'm throwing in here for this.
No,
So
you're good.
I saw the Who twice. Once right before John Entwistle died, they did Quadrophenia, the whole thing live. And do you know Gary Glitter? Do you guys know who Gary Glitter is? Rock and Roll Part 2. He was playing one of the roles, and Billy Idol was playing the bellboy. He was just like on stage for like 3 songs. That was wild. But the first time I saw the Stones was on the Bridges of Babylon tour. So we're talking like 97, 98, right?
Okay.
I worked that
And
tour.
I saw him at the Pontiac Silverdome where the Lions used to play. Where Led Zeppelin set the attendance record in 77, okay? So we're at the Silverdome. My sister and I are there. We ended up having to do the lottery thing in line for tickets. We got floor seats, front row, the second section back. Not bad, but like not up front. You're still kind of far away, but we lucked out because Bridges of Babylon tour, halfway through the show, this big-ass bridge comes out of the stage, and it goes down to this little tiny stage in the middle of the floor, and they do like an old 1960s stage. Like, have you ever seen footage of the Beatles in their first tour where they're in that stage where they're all facing the same direction, or different directions? So the Stones come down and do like 4 or 5 songs in the middle there, okay? Which is really good, and we're in the front row for that. So that was amazing. But here's the killer. So we're there really early. We're there before the opening act, and the stage is really low down to the ground. So unless you're like right on top of it, you can't really see what's going on. And roadies came in. This is when you know you are an old dude band. The roadies come around before the show. Nobody's in there. And they pre-planted bras and panties on the stage. So that when it rose up, 2 hours later, it looked like they were still the sex icons of, 65 through 78 or whatever. And they were pre-planted by a bunch of like fat, sweaty dudes. So whatever.
Nice.
The Stones, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
So Jason,
you also have a question from the chat from Phil from Spinetix. Did you have a favorite comic shop near MSU?
No, because that's when I was out. I've been to comic shops up in East Lansing since, but I did not visit a single shop, and I don't even know how many there were. When I was there, that was my years when I was out. Absolutely not. No, I don't. I that was my 4 years there were 4 of my years in my hiatus. I didn't visit a single one. I was buying CDs. I was buying records. I was buying movies and comics before down in Plymouth, Michigan, where I grew up, halfway between Ann Arbor and Detroit, and then all the kind of great Southeast Michigan shops now.
So Jason, back to Bridge of Babylon. Who was opening act? Because that whole tour, they had different opening acts.
Oh my God!
Because I saw them 4 times on that same tour in Oakland with Vetter. What's his name?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam opened?
Pearl Jam opened.
No, I didn't see Pearl Jam until a couple years later. Oh God!
Well, every city, like every 2 cities, they changed.
Yeah, and Stones have done that. Stones have done that a lot.
Yeah.
I do not remember, for the life of me. I do not remember, and I bet you it's probably not even on the ticket stub. Like, I've kept all my ticket stub. I got one of those cool. Good Lord, I've got like a ticket stub book, like in an old photo album kind of thing, and I bet you it's not on there. I bet you it's online somewhere. I bet you I could find out though.
Probably.
Hey, I'm gonna highlight this real quick, JR. Something Wong said: Beatles or Stones, man.
Yeah.
Beatles.
There you go.
So
man.
Led Zeppelin is my favorite band of all time.
Yeah,
It's the same way that Stephen King is, right? It was my first love. It's nobody turned me on to them because, like I said, I didn't have like the older sibling or anything like that. I found Led Zeppelin first, so they're my first love. Do I know that the Beatles are better and more important? Of course I do, but they're always going to be number 2 to me. But they are a strong number 2 above everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite Zeppelin song?
Rock and Roll, because it was timed out perfectly. We're talking to the second from my parents' driveway to the spot that I parked in for every home swim meet in high school for 2 years. So literally Rock and Roll from the driveway to swimming for every home swim meet, you know, the superstitious athlete thing.
Come on, man. When the levee breaks, bro. When the levee breaks,
man.
Oh,
dude, when the levee breaks, well, that was so that was my first going to see Jimmy Page and Robert Plant in 95, 96, and 98. That was me like doing the old school 70s thing of camping out for tickets, you know, and like the rent-a-cop going around at the mall trying to find you and you hiding behind the thing and making sure I was first in line.
That one made Jimmy my hero, bro. I was like, yo, let me get my slide and stick it to my SG and
for
go.
Slide though, in my time of dying.
There you go.
And I will say, if you ever get a chance, there's a Jimmy Page and Black Crows.
Okay, I got to do this to you guys again. Okay, check it out. Was that when was it? Was that 99, right?
I'm just
that was like 99. Sorry, we're
okay.
So, on the same level.
They come to. I missed seeing them 4 times. Something didn't work out for the first one. Something didn't work out for the second one. The third one, I was coaching a swim team at the time, and I could not go. So I finally get a ticket for Ohio, for Columbus, okay? And me and my girlfriend at the time, I drive from East Lansing down to Ann Arbor and pick her up from U of M, okay? Then we drive all the way over to Cleveland. What was the arena that the Cavs played in back in the day, whatever it was called, and like drive into the basement parking lot and there's nobody there, and the attendant is looking at me like I'm a maniac, like what is wrong with you? I'm like what? I'm like, we're here for the show, and they're like, there's no show. And then we like, this is again kind of nascent internet days. They're like, I think that's in Columbus, another 3 hours away. So like I have now just driven all over creation to now be 3 hours away from the show. I'm doing the calculations, whatever. If I break the law by 20, 25 miles an hour on average, we can get there and be maybe 10 minutes late. Okay. Fly over there, get there. The show is canceled. Drive all the way back to Ann Arbor. Wow. Drive all the way back to East Lansing. It is literally like a dozen hours on the road one day not to see Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes, and I never actually got to see them live together.
Oh, man.
It was brutal. It was brutal. It's one of my biggest concert fails of all time.
Sorry. I used to work security at concerts, and I actually got to see that show.
Oh, I'm assuming
I'm a huge Zeppelin
electric
fan,
and amazing.
Yeah. Back to our regular stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah, let's get it going, baby. I know Alonzo's been waiting and raring. Bam.
So, you collect things that are not just comic book related. Mm-hmm. So, do you prefer the retro feel of the Star Wars or Black Series?
Give me retro. And if you would have put up an actual vintage Luke pilot, which was my favorite figure when I was a kid, that would have won the day right there. I got into I did enough magical thinking as a kid that like on the original Luke X-Wing pilot figure from 79-ish, the black visor right here, and I having dark hair and not blonde hair was like, oh yeah, he's got dark hair, so he is me. Like at 5 years old, I was like, yep, I can be Luke Skywalker because in this figure he's got dark hair. But I didn't guys, it's the same thing. It's the same reason I don't have slabs. I didn't buy Black Series because I knew if I did, I'd have to get them all. That's it. It's not like a Black Series sucks or anything. Give me the actual retro or the retro feel, because that's what I've got all of. And I don't want to get divorced or not be able to send my kids to college.
Yeah. You don't want that articulation, man. You know, you want that stiff arm, stiff leg. You know,
look at that face, Jason.
Like,
hey,
yes, I do.
I am guys. Action figure wise, I'm a walking cliche. When Greedo lost his leg, I buried that boy in the backyard. You know.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, next one. We've kind of talked about it early. So, who was better? Was it Bill Laimbeer or Dennis Rodman?
Dennis Rodman's a unicorn.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill Laimbeer stomped on Kevin McHale's broken foot because he's a bad man.
He's evil.
Man, look at Dennis. He's putting his penis on Jordan. Like,
he is.
I think Michael's enjoying it. I think he's trying not to show it. He's enjoying it.
He had to smile.
He's like, you feel
nobody
that?
does this to me, but I think I like it. Rodman's
is that a pencil in your pocket?
Rodman's a 101 in NBA history. There's
couldn't even look at each other
like him.
They know they can't look each other in the eyes. They got intimacy issues, bro. They got intimacy issues.
He's like, don't tell anybody, guys.
You guys know that that Vinnie Johnson, one of the ugliest men to ever play in the NBA. You know that he stole Dennis Rodman's wife, right?
What?
Really?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Which
Bill
one?
Laimbeer? Oh
no, Vinnie Johnson, the microwave.
Vinnie Johnson. Okay.
He's ugly.
It's tough to look at in the face. Like, that is not a pretty man.
Yeah, he looks
Somehow
like
he snagged Dennis's wife for a little while. But no, I think Dennis is a 101. There's never been anybody exactly like him in NBA history. He is unique and a beast. And even with the stuff that came later, he's it.
I mean, can I point something out? I mean, you see Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman, but if you could scroll down to the brother looking at him, he's like, huh?
No, what you doing there, bro?
He's shocked, bro. He's shocked. He's like, what do we got going on here?
Number 30, bro. Like, yo. Who is number 30? Tell us who number 30 is.
That might be Tree Rollins, but I'm not
positive. Look.
It is Tree Rollins. It is Tree Rollins.
Dang.
Oh, man.
Tree's like, what do we got going on over here?
Yep.
If I was a pitcher, he'd have Vaseline and tar all over himself.
Oh, man. All right. And next, you're going to have to explain the story of why you don't do carbs. And do you prefer Cheez-Its?
I do too many.
Or Goldfish?
Cheez-Its all day. It's not even close. I will go to Goldfish if there's nothing left, but it's give me Cheez-Its all day, all day, all day.
That flavor, man. That Cheez-It flavor.
That little bit of salt.
Mm-hmm.
So why are carbs your weakness?
Because they're good. Because bread is good. Because you know what? It's exactly what I've already I've said this a couple of times. It's like all or nothing with me. Like, I cut out caffeine. I haven't had a sip of pop since 2009. Right? It's all or nothing. And like, there's a decent chance that after we're done here tonight, I will go and there's a bag of Doritos in the pantry, and a normal human with self-control will say no. A normal human who gives into a little temptation is going to have a handful of Doritos. If I touch them, I will eat the entire bag.
Yes.
All of it.
That's awesome.
I will eat. Like, I will buy. You know what I'm digging on right now is have you seen the Cheez-Its? It's the snack mix kind.
Yes.
Right. Like if I get that at the grocery store, it will not last until that night. It won't. It'll just be gone.
You gotta go Costco.
Whole thing.
Bro, don't go to Costco if you don't want. Skip Steve's advice, bro. You'll get like the 3 bag in ones. That'll be like 3 bags in one at Costco, bro. You already know. It's just like
it's classy.
He's like, didn't we see you here yesterday? He's like, mind your business.
I need another
what are you saying,
5-gallon jug of pimento olives. Give me a break. I'm back again.
Avert your eyes.
Oh man.
Cheez-Its all the way, bro. I'm gonna have to get some later.
There you go. All right. So this one it's going to be for you and for the panel.
Okay.
So we all know there's been either movies or TV shows or comic books that we wish didn't end that way. Now, if you can, Jason, can you let us know one, what was the movie, show, or comic book that you would change, and how would you change it? So I can give you an example, like The Sopranos. Everybody hated that ending. All it was a fade to black.
Oh, come on! I love that ending.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I like it.
Or Seinfeld, where they're just chit chatting in the jail cell, and it pans out.
With that one too. All right.
So what would you do? What would you choose? How would you choose to make the ending different?
I'll tell you what. I was gonna take something that I love, but most likely, if I truly, truly love it, I'm okay with the ending. I like the Seinfeld ending. I love the Sopranos ending. So I'm gonna take a show that I was deeply invested in, right? Like I was reading, I was doing the reading the blogs every single week, the fan theories, the professional theories, and yet the last season or two, and definitely the ending, it's now on my list of 100 favorite TV shows. It's like at the bottom. I'm changing the ending of Lost.
Yep.
Lost was so like it was a monocultural thing. It was everywhere. It was so good. It was so like people loved it. And then the ending just tanked. It just did not work. I am definitely rewriting probably the last 2 seasons of it.
I like that because, like, you know what, for me, I love the first 3 seasons of Lost, and then I just was like, you know what, I just lost interest after that.
Yeah,
it was like the writers didn't know what to do.
Right.
So I love it. I love it.
There's times where, bringing it back to Neil Gaiman, in interviews that he's talked about Sandman, he did not have a full 100% plan from issue 1 for issue 75. And there were certain arcs that he had in mind or whatever. And sometimes there's writers or showrunners or whatever who can pull that off. And Lost didn't. They lost their way. They did not know what was happening next and kind of made it on the fly. And I thought it tanked.
All right, I appreciate that. So now to the panel, Big Rob, what is it for you?
For me, it's easy. Scarface. I wish for me, he survives and he like somehow makes it out of that, kills everybody, and goes on a damn rampage and gets payback on the homeboy from Peru. That's some
cockroaches. You are cockroaches. Just kills everybody.
I always change Scarface.
Cockroach.
Nice. Over to you, JR. What do you think?
Force Awakens. You know when she hands the lightsaber over to Luke, I would have him just fucking zap her ass, full on dark side. Let's just rewrite the whole next 2 movies. He's gonna be the bad guy. Have Gorgu floating off the side next to him, zapping her ass too. That's what I would do.
Would Mark Hamill be doing? Would Mark Hamill be doing more or less intense eye acting in your version of it, when he's going?
I would
like
hope
a minute there at the end.
I want him to do more. I want that where it kind of like seeps in. Is you actually see him like kind of grow old as he does it, and then you see her falling over the cliff backwards, and maybe some porgs flying up as she falls down and dies on the rocks. I mean, just let's end it there. We realize he picks up the helmet, puts it on, and he's actually Ren from the Knights of Ren.
Jesus, dude.
And just do that.
Very colorful, dude.
I'm surprised you didn't like pick Captain Marvel as well and kind of change that.
But that would have to change the whole movie. If I do this by changing the end of Force Awakens, that wipes out 2 and 3, or 8 and 9.
There you go.
Some hate.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
Mine's got to be Casino, dude. I've been thinking about this all day, and I was like, yeah, it's got to be Casino, man. When Joe Pesci and his brother, man, they get murked, dude, and they're beating them with the baseball bats. Oh man, the sight of their faces always gets me. I'm just like, good God, man, they just wailed on his ass, and he's just still breathing, thrown in there with his brother. I mean, it just that I was when I first saw it, I wasn't expecting that until they cracked him over the head. I was like, ooh, good God, ooh, it was like a ton of bricks just hitting, just black. I don't know, man. That's just me, but
they deserve it, man.
it's true, 100%. But just to get for them getting wailed on, just woof. Good Lord.
All right, Ian, what about you?
Oh man, I would have ended Walking Dead 5 seasons ago. That's it.
Yeah.
Over 5 seasons ago. 5 seasons too long, man.
What would happen at the end? Everybody turns into zombies. What happens?
Man, what would happen at the end? Everybody would just
Carl,
have fun. I guess have a big party and figure out we could finally get an ending and figure out how the hell the freaking zombies apocalypse happened. For one, just get an answer, get like a little answer there. And I wouldn't have killed off what's his name's mom, bro. Like that was savage, man. You know,
Carl's mom,
man. That was savage, bro. Carl had to kill the mom, and then he watched the zombie burp after he ate his mom, bro. That's a savage shit, bro. Like
I don't know, Glenn dying the way he did is pretty savage.
It was brutal.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It was brutal.
I think Lori's death in the comic is worse though, because her and the baby die as they're trying to escape the prison with a gunshot in the back, and that I was already a dad at that point, and I almost stopped reading at that point because it was just too much. Because the baby death, I couldn't handle it.
I still think one of the worst deaths though in the comic was Brother Gabriel.
Oh,
he
yeah.
just
Oh, my
dies
God,
off in the
for
distance.
sure, right?
He dies off. He like falls off a rung, climbing down a water tower.
Breaks like leg goes
and breaks his leg, and he's just hanging there, and we never see him again.
Yeah,
and it's just like, oh yeah, he's dead.
Well, he was because he was supposed to be the lookout, right? And then one of Negan's factions just gets to walk right up on him.
Yep,
that's very cool.
And
how about you, Alonzo?
For me, it's going to be Game of Thrones. Jon Snow should have been king, and that's it. Instead, they're like, you know what? Bye.
Just wait for the book that comes out.
You're done. And I'm like, no. Everything was building up for Jon Snow being.
It's never coming out.
You know, being the king of the Iron Throne.
How many years did we wait for that? Like 8 years. And then it's like, what?
When you're reshooting, Alonzo, when you're reshooting those episodes, are you going to have more or less water bottles just sitting in the shot?
You know what? I'm going to have more.
Okay.
I'm going to have more. And you know what? I'm going to film every scene in the dark. Every scene. You'll just hear like groans, maybe some dialogue here and there. That's it.
But let's be honest. We saw Khaleesi going psycho early on. Yeah, you didn't see that she was going to go nuts before the end. You were crazy.
I don't know. I would have liked
nuts in like what 30 minutes. I'm like, come on.
I would have loved it. I would have having Jon Snow marry her and just having like a big old like trailer park thing going on, bro. You know, like
she paved the path of Slavers Harbor or whatever with the old slave owners.
Yeah,
she killed so many people. In like season 2, and everyone went, "Oh, that's cute. She took over the island." No, she's not nuts. No. And then they complained she went nuts in 30 seconds. No, she went nuts like 3 seasons ago. You guys just didn't see it.
Yeah, more, baby.
Yeah.
She deserves.
I don't know about that. I would have killed the slave owners too.
Jon Snow did the right thing.
Yep.
Jon Snow's coming back though, bro. It's gonna be like Game of Thrones, whatever prequel or
Game of Thrones Part 2.
Part 2.
Right.
Jon Snow takes it all, bro.
and there you go. I mean, Jason, you survived.
Damn,
you survived, bro.
You survived, and no worse for wear.
There was a couple of grinding of teeth, and are you doing this to me? Mm-hmm. Oh, you made it. You made it.
He does that too. I feel bad for the guests sometimes. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm gonna eat my popcorn right now. So.
Yeah, I was like Kermit the Frog drinking my tea. I was like, let's see how Jason does.
Yo, man, and thanks for the live chat, man, for sending some questions too. We love that.
Oh yeah.
I know Jason loves that, man. It gets Jason all like, oh, dude. Fun. Jason goes, oh, damn, the live chat's coming after me now too. But what else we got? What else we got, Sniper? Where'd Sniper go?
Oh,
Steve,
he
go
went on
ahead.
sabbatical.
I think he went to step away for a quick minute, but I'll hit this, man. Y'all, mark your calendars. Next Thursday, we got that 1K giveaway. You guys check out the Team Nerd Herd podcast Instagram. Read the rules. Definitely make sure that you leave your hashtag on there. We will be ready to go on Thursday. We got a lot of books ready. There's been slabs. The community has been great. We want to thank you guys so much for giving these giveaways, but also being a part of the Team Nerd Herd, herding out with us. And we are so indebted and grateful to you guys. And we can't wait. Thursday, mark those calendars. June 24th, 7 p.m. PST, 10 p.m. EST. And we got a.
Oh, I put 8 p.m. on. No,
yeah, you did, man. I thought you were.
I thought I put a corrected one up in there. No, I guess not.
Yeah, you probably did. This was an older one. I just took it.
All right, don't worry about it. I was like, oh shit, that's me.
The rules.
All right.
Do you hit click again?
Go ahead, Alonzo.
So again, the rules, and I know a lot of you guys have already started to do this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and leave a comment to that 1K video. And then if, and you want those additional entries, head over to the Team Nerd Herd Instagram account, tag 2 friends, and add that hashtag TNH1K giveaway.
Yeah, man.
And that's all you got to do. And you will get another entry.
Yo, Jason, you should sign up too, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. The shit we're giving away, it's like insane, man. You get another slab in your collection. You get another collection in your collect. You're another slab, bro.
Cool.
It's crazy, man. So, and then hey, I'm gonna put this in the chat again because I know Ultra needs to get there, man. So if you haven't, man, try to sub up Ultra. He's trying to get to 1K too, man. I don't want Ultra to go back to work, man. I want to be a full-time comic book YouTuber because I watch his stuff all the time, bro. It's dope. So let's keep Ultra on YouTube, man. Get him to 1K, bro, so he can start earning some money for this, man. So we can have Ultra on all the time. He's over in the chat. Sub him up. Oh, dude, what happened to my thing? My bad. What else we got going on, guys?
JR, I know you got something coming in the works. Why don't you go ahead and let them know?
As soon as I finish editing it tonight, we got Hood Rat on my Star Wars show. This is the Way, a Star Wars origin. That'll be dropping this morning or Friday morning. So it'll be nice and ready for you guys on your drive into work. We've also got a couple shows this next week, don't we, guys?
I got it back.
You got it back?
You got that bottom half, the better half, the ones to keep on checking for.
Well, you forgot about Friday, sir, or Sunday on Father's Day.
You scared Jason. Jason's gone.
Oh,
where'd Jason go?
What happened?
Where'd Jason go? Oh, what happened to my stuff? My bad, bro.
I mean, I think Alonzo, he was totally ticked off at you for putting him through the gamut, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
good job.
He is. He's back.
There he goes.
It would have happened to someone.
Yeah. Star Wars origin. Star Wars origin.
And don't worry, guys. I gave Ian a hard time.
He sure did.
He had fun, I think.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I had a good time, man. So come by, guys, on Friday and watch me make a fool of myself on Star Wars Origin show with JR. And then I think you guys like this. Look, I put the one you guys asked for.
Yes,
Yep.
Yes, sir.
That's right, Catwoman. I am not a selfish lover.
Yeah, man. She's that was a hot one. There's some more hotter ones, but I'll try and switch it up every week if I got some time. But yo, man, we got the bottom half, man. It's our one of our fun shows, man. We try to have a lot of fun on with the live chat, and we do our stamps, man, of approvals of what we're gonna do with those books. And next week we're gonna have on Tuesday we're gonna have Rudy, man. Santee Rudy won for his first full appearance on YouTube. Nacho, yo,
yes, sir.
You guys need to come through, man, because we're gonna have some fun with Rudy on there, man. He's gonna put his stamp on the books too, man. So we're looking forward to that. And then what else we got, man? Is that dropping the mic?
Last but not least, man, dropping the mic. We're gonna take some time off for Father's Day. Well,
no, we're hosting Father's Day.
No.
For dropping the mic, JR.
Dropping the mic. It's dropping the mic. It's June 27th. So we're gonna take that segment. We're taking Father's Day off for that. Be on the lookout. My special guest is gonna be rolling with us. Perpetual Comics. We're gonna be reading Moths. Number one, I know I'm a little late on this, but my God, I had a chance to read it. Perpetual recommended it, so we're gonna go over with it, and over it, and we're gonna go ahead and give you a review. And the next read, I mean, we're gonna go ahead and work some guests in as well. If you guys are wanting to jump on the show with something that you would recommend, definitely hit me up on my Instagram. Go ahead and send me a DM. Let me know what kind of book that you are reading. I know JR and I are going to be reading Reckless very soon, do a book binging. I know Jason has speaked its praises, so I can't wait for that. But the next drop of the mic will be Tomorrow Cinema. We just got to work that comic out. And then, again, hit us up, most definitely.
Hey, and we got so what's happening on Top Picks, man? There's something happening, right? This Sunday, something new.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
Sunday, we're gonna let the fathers take the day off, and it's gonna leave us to the dirty uncles here, Steve and I.
Dirty uncles.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, that's basically what we are. So we're gonna be here. We're gonna invite a couple friends. We're gonna go get Justin from No Good Comics. We're gonna get Morbius to come on over from Morbius Comics. Make sure to sub and like them. And we're going to do our show. We're going to do the normal shows as everything. Alonzo's got a deck set up for us. I'm not sure what he's going to plan in there, which I'm scared of.
But fishes up in there, bro. Do it, Alonzo.
But it will be a good show. Especially since all the dads are away, we get to play a little bit.
Yeah, man. And Jason, what you got, bro? What you got going on, man?
Normally, this would be the point where I'd be like, hey, go buy my book. But I'm going to piggyback on what you guys are doing. I'm going to want everybody in the chat right now, everybody watching this later, to head over to my Instagram account, at JDouglasWrites, and check out the giveaway that I'm doing right now, which is for this one-of-a-kind, hand-painted, sold-out variant cover of Parallel, with certificate by Esteban and signed by him. There's only one of these in the world. This is hand-painted on top of a sold-out variant. Head over there, jump into that. And the cool thing is, and this is how I'm piggybacking on you guys, you want bonus entries? I got bonus entries for you. That's where you can support indie creators, small press books. You buy a paper copy of Parallel, I give you 12 extra entries. You go buy a digital one, I'm going to give you 7 extra entries. You go and vote for me for best new talent, Jason Douglas Parallel in the Ringo Awards, and I've got a link for you in there, or at least instructions, and that'll get you 5 extra entries. The deadline for that is the 24th. Looking for that, sell some more copies. I got this goal of trying to have a sellout before I go to a single con this summer. I've never done that part yet, or a single signing, because I got derailed last year with COVID and kind of taking all that away from us. So head over to Instagram, enter the contest, follow the rules for that, and then go get some bonus entries by buying a copy of Parallel or a digital copy of Parallel, or nominate me for best new talent for the Ringo Awards, and get yourself some bonus entries and up your chances of getting. Boys, one of a kind, only one of these in the world. You can't even get the variant cover anymore because it's not anywhere besides on eBay every once in a while. And this hand painted one, could be yours.
What cons you hitting up, bro? What cons? Any cons?
Yeah. Any cons? So I'm going to what I've got locked in right now is Motor City, Traverse City, Detroit Book Fair. So a bunch of Detroit things, or a bunch of Michigan things, and then basically here's another reason. To go and help me out with that Ringo thing, because if that happens, that means I got to go to Baltimore and I'll do my first out-of-state contest.
Oh, we'll be in Baltimore, dude. Me and JR.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Get me on that ballot and I will be there.
That'll be our first time going there, too.
Yeah, man. Word, dude.
Yeah, so man, you can get the book at sourcepointpress.com. You guys put the link up. I got the information on my Instagram. Hey, I like to say this every time because I mean it. Your hard-earned dollar for an indie book goes a long way. It quite literally puts food on the table and clothes on the back of indie creators and small press, and it's really the way to do it. Your dollar goes a really long way.
Yo, man. I want to piggyback off that, man. I want to thank the chat and the Rewind for watching them stupid commercials before our show, because that helps keep this podcast
getting better and better and better, man. Because I know some of us need some new mics, right? So
yeah, man, you want to hit the double dutching.
Yeah, thanks for watching them dumb. Thanks for watching them dumb advertisements before, man. We appreciate y'all. You know, so hey, man, thank you for the daddies, right? Like, I have a prediction though. You want to know my prediction, Alonzo? We're gonna have 2 new daddies after the Baltimore con, bro.
if you can get Steve to go.
I mean, yeah, man, it's in the works, bro. I mean, it's in the works. I'm laying down the foundation, and
lay down your foundation. We bought our tickets. Come on.
I might have to instigate all that, bro. I'm gonna be at the bars, bro.
Don't get me in trouble.
You know those 2 cats, bro. They're on a podcast, bro. They on a podcast.
Don't you have to go, Jason? We should probably let you go, right?
They're on a podcast. Hey, let me buy you a beer.
They're famous.
They're famous, man.
I'm not famous, Rob.
I'm not. I'm just your average Joe, bro. That's it. Your average Joe.
we gotta have some babies, bro. We gotta have some babies come in like what is it, like September 2022, bro, or whatever it is, 9 months after that shit, bro. It should be funny.
I think Tristan needs a younger sister.
She might, but I already have a wife, so you know.
Papa, last night.
All right, man.
Last night we'll talk.
Your hand doesn't count.
But thank you, Jason, for coming on, man. We appreciate y'all.
Oh no, thank you guys. This was a ridiculous amount of fun. I would go and play those games every week. You can tell I like to talk. I like to pull out my hair and be tortured over making a choice over killing one of my darlings. So anytime I will play those games all day, any day. Gentlemen, it was an honor.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate you.
All right. Steve.
All right. And with that being said, y'all go ahead and hit those notification bells. Get notified. Don't miss that 1K. Enter in. Definitely keep on track. We're putting out more content. Hit those likes, hit those subscribes, drop a comment if you'd like. And with that being said, we are ready to roll out. Go ahead and hit us out with it, JR.
If you want to do it right, collect what you like.
Bye-bye.
Peace, y'all.
Later.